The German philosopher Friedrich Hegel observed that the great lesson of history is that no one learns from it. Now that we are living through perhaps the worst pandemic in modern history, what are the lessons we should be learning? Here are a few suggestions. Number 1, everything you do matters. Authorities believe the coronavirus found its way into a human host through exposure to exotic animals sold in an unregulated Chinese wet market. Well, if I want to go shopping to make bat stew for dinner, what's wrong with that? I'm not hurting anyone else. Probably not, unless I unleash a global pandemic. Private actions can have very public consequences. That's why personal ethics and moral discipline are so important. If you don't set standards for yourself, the fallout from your actions can seep into the world and set in motion destructive events you never intended or imagined. Number 2, don't expose yourself to unhealthy people. Jim Rohn famously said you are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. Character traits are like viruses. You absorb them from those around you until eventually you become just like them. The best way to protect yourself from morally debilitating infection is to associate with only ethically healthy companions. Number 3, what you can't see can hurt you. Before Louis Pasteur discovered germ pathology, scientists refused to believe in anything they couldn't see. Now we know better. But the danger to our well-being is not limited to microorganisms. A cruel word, a thoughtless remark, a disdainful glance, these cause real harm to those around you. Gossip, flattery, misinformation, slander, these are the pathogens of the modern world that break down your ethical immune system and leave you vulnerable to the influence of immoral people. Just because you can't measure the effect your words will have on those around you, you still have a responsibility to anticipate the impact they may have on others. Number 4, we need one another. The ease with which technology allows us to connect with other people has made our connection shallow and unfulfilling. Now we have nothing else, as we're told to keep our distance and self-quarantine. What's more, retreating behind closed doors creates a whole new constellation of problems. Commerce is ground to a halt, and livelihoods are threatened by a frozen economy. Experience teaches that when we don't appreciate what we have, it often gets taken away from us, and that includes genuine human relationships and interaction. Number 5, don't wait for the next crisis. We will make it through this, but the best way to prepare for a future crisis is by learning the lessons of the last one. Aside from whatever medical safeguards we might put in place, we will serve our own best interest by learning the lessons of personal responsibility and discipline, surrounding ourselves with people of ethical quality, becoming more aware of how our words and actions affect those around us, and making time to preserve and deepen our relationships with friends and family. Please like and comment on this video and share it with someone you know will appreciate it. I'm Yonason Goldson. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay ethical.